Welcome to our overview of our sole trader spreadsheet. This has been designed for simple sole traders, self-employed and freelancers who are not VAT registered. We've given you instructions here on how to use the spreadsheet, but we've made it very simple to use. The second tab of the spreadsheet is where you log your income. That's any sales that you've made or invoices raised to clients. There's a couple of sample sets of data in here already, but to go and enter a new invoice that we've just raised, let's imagine we've just raised an invoice of £5,000, dated 1st of February 2016. Our invoice number, we're going to do 0047 to make sure it's sequential here. Obviously you'll have your own invoice numbers to use, but it's really good practice to keep them running one after the other. Date paid, well, it's not been paid yet, so we'll fill that in at a later date when it has been paid. It's a good way of keeping a tab on who actually owes you money still. The client is going to be XYZ Design Limited, just as an example. And the description is going to be website design part 1, again just an example. So that's £5,000. So you can see in this tax year up to now we've had 3 invoices there. If we just highlight over those numbers, we'll see lower down here that it shows that that total turnover is 9625. If we go to the profit and loss tab at the end down here, you'll see that that income's now been updated for that. Now let's have a look at the costs tab of the spreadsheet. This is where we enter all our data for any business costs and expenses. Again, there's a few examples in here, but let's enter a couple of them just to show you how it works. Let's imagine we've just spent £30 travelling to see a client for a client meeting. £30 there. Receipt reference, again try and keep it sequential. This is just a reference you'll use to note on your receipt and to file it away in an organised manner. Date paid, 1st of February 16. Supplier, let's say the trainline, trainline.com. Description, travel to meeting with Joe Blogs. Now you can see over in this next section that's highlighted blue and it says 30. That's because we've not allocated that cost to a cost category yet. If we go to the right here, you'll see there's various cost categories we set up, and if we find travel and subsistence and enter 30, and then if we go back, you then see that's now been updated, so it's check 0. All these categories we've put here, we've just put typical categories in, but you can overwrite these and change them to a category that's more suitable for what you want. So for example, let's say you wanted to change commission paid to affiliate commission. Just type over that. That'll be fine. Just be careful when you're doing this you don't accidentally knock the formula out up here, because you see that's the total of those costs for that particular category. And let's go and add another cost in. This time we've just bought some software for £100, receipt reference 021, 2nd of February 16 as an example, and let's say we've just bought some, let's just call it software XYZ, and it's for CRM software renewal. Again, it's £100 there thrown out, we need to allocate it. Computer equipment and software, that's the right column, enter it there, and that's now sorted. If we go and add up all these costs, you can see down the bottom that says 804.50. If we go to the profit and loss tab, 804.50, so it's been updated and you can see your running profit for the period.